What is good, fellas, and welcome to baccpaBrawl 156. Counting down even more, 44 to go to wheel that 200 mark, what should be insanity. We've got the chimera here between Kensei and Scambolini. I'm Patriarch Panda. And who's this guy again? Oh, the host! baccpack, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. We've got a phenomenal matchup in front of us. It's going to be the chimera. And already looking like Kensei off to a fiery start, or a lightning start, I guess you could say. Takes the first round.
Oh, damn, is that Super Mario RPG? Did I do this bet again? No, certainly not. I actually did beat the game, class as hell, but we're heading back into it, getting some good pickups. Burst off the table from Kensei here, and they're going to be able to use it to get right back in. Nice Vapor Thrust for the pickup, and that should be a wall break.
Kensei is cooking right now. What a combo, able to get the wall break there. Tries flipping. Scambolini getting aggressive, but Kensei denies it with a 2B mash. Tap 5D. Fantastic defense there by Scambolini. The walk back into the shimmy, just mashed out with a far slash. Once again, really aggressive play from Scambolini. This time, definitely going to pay off.
Ooh. Right to the lightning. Cashing out. And just like they're on the offense, staggering, gets a big throw. Time for OTG Central. Kensei does have a bar, but I don't think they're going to be able to use it.
Crazy hero burst.
Unless.
Yeah, that was a wild hero burst, a pixel and a dream. And Scambolini takes the second round and actually has burst advantage going into the final round. So we're going to see how Kensei chooses to play it. Stays aggressive despite being at that burst disadvantage. Scambolini finds the hit. Nice wild assault for the confirm. Tries to go for a bait. Just going to back off here. Has to respect the lightning. Covers the ground with a projectile of their own. Blocks in the sky. This means mega plus frames. BRC set this up. Gets pushed away. And Kensei trying to fight out of the corner by any means necessary. Fantastic spacing with the far slash. And a fantastic punish as well on the Fujire arc.
Ooh, and here we go, right at the lightning. And I also like that we're seeing like different colors here. It's almost like Kai is fighting his inner demon, his soul bad guy. And Kensei is going to be heading up 1-0 in the set.
On to game number 2, round start. Kensei staying aggressive, staying nice right now. Scambolini trapped in the corner, challenges out with a fireball, gets bad timing, and now Kensei has to give up that burst.
Nice. Pressure. Oh, nice. But the burst to send you back, certainly the play. Fireballs going back and forth, both try and go for the approach. Good jab check to deny the pressure, and just like that, Kensei could have been off to a flying start, but that scum dipper, am I right,
Why
baccpack?
did anti-air?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I do know
should
this.
not be anti-airing. That's crazy. Big 5H for the counter. Tap 5D finds the counter as well, and the RC forward means this round is a wrap. Scambolini going to take that first one in game number 2.
Heading into also the whole like huh? What's up?
No, nothing. Sorry, I tried to read what you were gonna say. Go for it.
Okay. I was gonna make a joke about Anime Expo happening, and I can't believe they announced Goku. Like watching all that, they talked about Lucy. Yeah, and then they went like season 5, Son Goku, and I was excited for it, bro.
Specifically, Super Saiyan 3 Goku by popular demand, huh? Very strange.
But no. Yeah, I don't get that, honestly.
It just makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm a Kaioken guy, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Bro, base Goku in Kaioken form goes crazy. But we are going to have a big round here. And Kensei will force a final round in game number 2. Very important round here. The difference between 2-0 and 1-1 is astronomical. We're going to have a flip in here. Tries to go for the 5-hit chip, recover in time. IBFD into the trip with the 5P in the air. Close slash, catch the back dash. Nice combo here into the hard knockdown. Trap in the corner right now. Scambolini challenges over the far slash, finds the frame trap with the 5D. Tries to go for the top 5D, combo the DP. Whips, BRC forward. BRC close slash, still catches the landing. Nice punish.
I'm just like we're on the Chase Central. Scambolini, who is down a match, needs anything they can get in one interaction, get right back in. Just flies in with that kick to confirm, and just like that, they need one more interaction. But Kensei's not going to make it easy. Already playing a fun little distancing game, but they're getting caught by the Scum Dipper. And baccpack, tell them what the score is.
Scambolini ties it up 1-1. We got a close set ahead of us in this chimera, and we'll find out if it's going to go the distance.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. Yeah. The rematches, we have them on. So yeah. I was waiting for like the breakaway, and I'm like, I can't just get back.
There's no breakaway. It's just
I can't give you like
stun dippers.
Yeah, I can't give you like an awkward like move on.
Man, I respect that.
You know,
I'll work with what you give me, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's the sign of a good commentator, you know, that they can give awkward lines, you know.
I can give you a very awkward line. I'll set you up at some point. Don't worry.
No, don't you even. I already know what it is. Don't even do it. That's it all the time. I swear if you do it, bro, I'm gonna freak out.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that to you. I wish you didn't mention it, because now I just can't do it at all. And the YouTube comments are gonna hate that I don't do it, because now they're left in the dark. Either way, though, we're gonna have a hit into the RC forward. Very nice hit. Able to take the round. And Kensei strikes first.
Banish at the dart. Oi, burst. Try to approach him with the far slash. Gets in with the scum dipper, and just like that, you got all the pressure. Gets caught by the 6H, but gave up the burst. Very clever. I say this many times. Give it up before the wall break, because if you have it after the wall break, you're already at a deficit, and if you use it, you have to worry about that bar that they're going to use to get right back in. So I like this. This allowed Kensei to flip the tables on them.
Yeah, unless Wild Assault is a big part of your matchup strategy, I feel like going for the first safe burst available is usually correct.
Ooh, wait.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes! Yes, Dragon installed!
The Sacred Briars have been summoned. We're going to get a far slash, tries over extend the 2P into the PRC, into the knockdown. Deflected away, not going to matter. Kai's range too big. Flips in, Patriarch pulled out of the sky, 5H stays in.
Oh!
With Patriarch into DP.
What the...
Was that Kensei? I don't even know. Is that Kensei up 2-1?
Kensei did that, yes. Oh my god, that's another dragon still to last. Now I've got to ask the question. I just realized it when they were both at low health. This is a Chimera?
Yeah, it is a Chimera.
No, shush. I need to see the first ever Chimera dragon install.
No.
Because what happens? You can only DI to loss, so what happens?
I actually have no clue. We're gonna fly in there with a PRC. ID back. Covers the ground with the fireball, jumps back in, tries to chase, not going to work out there. Very nice defensive play now from Scambolini. Changing it all up, able to block the one time. Cross up, blocked as well, close slash, into the stagger. Trying to bait Scambolini into mashing, but it's actually going to work for them. Held 5D, bounce it up. And I'm pretty sure score right now is 2-1 for Kensei. Yeah, okay, so must win round here for Scambolini. Must win game, I should say.
The mirror can be confusing, bro. I do not blame you. Like, not to sound off, but they do look alike, don't they?
That's crazy.
Oh!
No, you know, if I squint, I mean, they pretty much have the exact same silhouette now that I think about it.
Ooh, okay, that's a good pickup. You know, maybe if we look at the render, we'll be able to tell.
True.
Like, just see the render in black, and it's just like, oh yeah, that's definitely the same guy.
That is the round. Kensei now on set point.
Yeah, they can certainly end this. They've got a decent advantage. They've got the burst available to them right away. They can do 2 wild assaults if they need to. And this looks really Kensei orientated, but Scambolini already bursted back, does have burst, and now they're the one that's got the advantage using the wild assaults I was just mentioning, cashing out on a reset.
Ooh, that was a really impatient play there from Kensei. We saw an early burst on a not so high damage combo, and then we saw some panic mashing there, and they're absolutely going to pay for it. Scambolini is going to force a game number 5.
And if the gods can hear me, I am willing a double dragon install.
I don't know if I've ever seen that happen. It
double
just
dragon?
Seems so unrealistic.
Yeah, no, it's extremely unrealistic. But you know what? If you want to play to the crowd, you want to have a bit of fun, you're on the baccpaBrawl, good place to learn, good place to get involved in the community. Certainly put on a show for these lovely folk, you know what I mean, man?
I do know what you mean. I think if the opportunity arises at this point, I mean, they kind of have to do it, but finding that opportunity will be really, really tough here. Nice pickup. Pushed into the wall, and Scambolini taking their first lead of the set, really. They've been fighting from behind from the very start. And if they take this round, it will be their first lead. And right now it's looking like that is the case. So much damage, Panda.
Jesus.
I don't even know. The empty land of the Patriarch to call it the backdash. Now Scambolini is on set point.
Yeah, and that's actually quite mad. Remember, they were down 2-1, right? Kensei won 2 games in a row, look pretty immaculate, and now they're the ones that are facing elimination into loser's side. But that's actually some big fireball game plan. You don't see this many fireballs on screen. You don't see this. This isn't common.
Oh, an IDM with the JS there. Nice knockdown. We're going to get the OTG into the meaty 5K. That was super plus a very risky mash there. And Kensei definitely going to cash out on that mistake. Dash in 5K. Nice confirm. And the we're actually going to build that RC, so we're going to take this all the way to the wall. And we are going to kill Panda. We have gone the distance. It is final game, final round. The double Luigi of the set. Both players are going to have burst. And Scambolini strikes first.
And it's on the first set as well, like baccpaBrawl 156. Oh, jeez. Looking out for burst. Kensei doesn't give it until they saw that burst save point was no longer the case. Saw the 6K, bursts out, and now they're able to flip the momentum. But it's still not in their favor as that health is so low, and it gets lower and lower, and I'm just seeing red right now as he's bleeding.
Kensei has to fight from behind, opts to create some distance between their opponent. Great blocking the low, but the top 5D is too much, too fast. And Scambolini will take the set 3-2.
Kidding. Heading into our second winner's set, we have a peculiar one, man. This is a peculiar matchup, baccpack. QueenKoa, ShadowGeko, 2 class players. We haven't had Gecko before. And I also did read chat, don't laugh at me. We got Abba versus Queen Dizzy. What?
Chat's very funny. Yeah, we do have a very interesting matchup here. Panda was talking about this even before we got into the comms here. We're excited to see what's going to happen here. The slow character, the fast character. Usually in Guilty Gear, the fast character tends to win these matchups, but who knows, man? Who knows? Especially with all the very strong Dizzies we've seen throughout the baccpaBrawl. Like, they've made some incredible upsets. Not to say that I even know what this matchup
Paluna?
looks like.
Paluna, man.
Yeah, Paluna was an insane brawl. Very nice offense here. We're going to have the wings here. Dash in, throw. Fantastic tech. Gets aggressive. Finds that counter hit. You know, I forgot about that, but I'm glad you brought it back.
Hold this bloody clone.
Oh, okay. We got a second bar. Blocked out of the sky. Jumps back. Oh, no. Don't jump. Don't do it.
So, in EU, there's only really 2 instances I can see this matchup, and that's either Piter or Tiger Pop versus Rezo, and that is it. That is the only way for me to see this matchup. So in NA, pretty great that I'm able to see it with more varied players. And the main thing that I'm already spotting is that it's a battle of aggression. Oddly enough, the zoner ain't playing full screen, isn't zoning, playing the mid screen insanely well, and when it works out, it is just snowball central. And it seems like QueenKoa just wants to get a jealousy as soon as possible because that is the win con, right? As soon as they get it, they win. My word's coming to fruition, baccpack.
And this is a valid strategy against ABBA to get aggressive so that they don't have time to just go into their install raw. So, you know, making it work, opting not play super slow. And ABBA right now, the absolute burst bait, and that is the round. QueenKoa takes game number 1.
And, you know, heading right into it, I've got to say, this matchup looks like it's oddly snowbally. It doesn't appear like anyone wants to play the slightest bit of footsies. And I've got to say, that's very Guilty Gear.
It is. It really is. Fantastic counter hit there. We are going to get the burst. Neither player is going to have burst now. Jumps in, tries to go for the mash. Going to be out space. Overhead, not blocked. 5K for the pickup. To the wall. Should be able to get a wall break here. And we do have the bar in the back, which means we're going to close it off with the super. Get right back into that install and keep that snowball a-rolling.
Oh, try to play calm and cool, but the Danzai in your face. But the uninstall could actually cost them now, as they have no jealousy to work with. They have to look for a parry or a turn starting situation. And against a Dizzy with a meter, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Oh, Wings away!
Wow. That just went from an absolute dominating round for QueenKoa to one of the most insane comebacks. And it happened so quickly. Dizzy's not a character known for that damage. I mean, that was just crazy. Hit the Wings of Light and basically 2 touches ABBA.
Oh, jeez Louise, man. It doesn't stop. It does not stop. Oh, the Wings of Light was about to pop, but the burst certainly saving you from the doom. Ooh.
Full praise fishing for a hit. Jumping around, just going for those IEDs, has the wing set up. Wow! What a hit! Then we're gonna have the wake up super there, blocked and hit. Dizzy strikes back, ties it up 1-1. ShadowGeko looking really strong so far.
Aye, and I've got to say, pretty mad that on July the 4th, Freedom Day, you know, this is Freedom Day for you. Are you enjoying Freedom Day?
I'm having a great time. I've eaten 2 hamburgers today. And,
oh, damn. You know, I've actually had a McRib today.
They still make McRibs?
No, they're microwave burgers called ribs. So
you made the American in me so happy thinking the McRib was back. On 4th of July nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I had one of those burgers to try and get into the mood. We were going to have a kebab, you know, the grill style. But it was too wet, man. Too wet. Raining outside.
Oh,
so
I was not sure what you meant by that, but thank you for clarifying. QueenKoa able to break the wall here with Yaba, and we have a lot of install to work with, so we're going to be able to get really aggressive. We're going to backdash into the BRC, no punish. Has the wing set up, jumping around, finds it with a cross up, tries to stay in with the wild assault, but not going to work. Backdash, stays in. RC wild assault, same side. Great defense here by ShadowGeko.
Now, the wings didn't deal a ton of damage. However, I could have lowered the interactions needed to kill by at least 1 there. So, you know, they did come into play. Not a tool that you get to see come into play due to the fact that there's many counters to it, like, you know, just throwing them, hitting them, bursting them, YRCing them. There's many counters. And the fact that ShadowGeko has been able to get it a ton is insane.
Yeah, just finding the right opportunities. Just like QueenKoa found the opportunity for that 5H, by the way. That was an amazing evasive maneuver. Flies in with the 5H, finds that counter, and has a huge lead moving on here. But we are going to get the ice set up. We are going to get the fishies as well.
Fishy. I'm finding Nemo now. Oh, nice. Sends it out, gets a clean hit, and just like that, the wings! Oh my god, you took all that damage from blocking.
Uh-oh.
You took all that damage from blocking, my man.
Oh, avoided. Oh, I thought you were going to get hit by the red RC there. No, going to latch the JK, finds the hit. Has to go for the burst to stay alive here. 2K, whiffs, stays in, punish. And ShadowGeko goes up 2-1. This is the most aggressive I've ever seen a Dizzy play.
It's like they have to play like, oh, we're backing out. Probably a character swap. But, all right.
QueenKoa makes the character swap over to Axel to fight against the Dizzy.
Who do you think you are? The silence kills me every time. But yeah, curious enough, we do know that QueenKoa has a pretty good Axel. Now, I've got a question, backpack. Got a question for you. Do you think this is the play? Threaten the zoner with more zoning?
Well, man, I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about this matchup. These are two, like, pretty low usage characters.
Oh yeah. This is insane.
They both have the capacity to zone and to play aggressively, and I'm sure both these players have those game plans mastered. And so I don't even know how to predict how this set moves forward. But what I will say is that QueenKoa takes the round, needs 1 more to tie this up 2-2 and force the game number 5. And what's so interesting is that in the case that QueenKoa takes this, do we see a swap off of Dizzy? Like that would be our layer 3.
Aye, that would be a very interesting time indeed. But I don't think we'll see that here. But this is a pretty good throw. Getting knockdown chases, just like that. The wings are in play, but a good jump out from QueenKoa has just allowed them to make sure those wings are gone. Remember, 10-second countdown for the life to start depleting.
Yep, but 10 seconds is such a long time in a fighting game, especially in Guilty Gear. 10 seconds, you can run back and forth across the whole map in like 6 times, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, the best way to put it, youngins are saying 15 frames are reactable, which is just cap, by the way.
No, I like that best.
No, you don't.
I do.
So, like, that's something to consider, right? So, 10 seconds, 60 frames, a second? Am I being stupid? That's quite the while. That's a lot of frames. But what a match here. QueenKoa tying us up 2-2. Needs 1 more to knock ShadowGeko loser side. And are we getting another character swap, perhaps?
No, I think you got kicked out. We are kicking off game number 5. And Panda is not here to see it, unfortunately. But
no, I'm back. I'm back. I'm watching it at twice speed.
We're so back at twice speed. Right now, QueenKoa doing a great job playing the keep out game. And this seems to be their plan thus far. keep Dizzy out, stop that aggression with, you know, big normals. But Dizzy now stopping the aggression. Fantastic mashup. Tries to go for the jumping. Called out by the 5P. 2H. And to the Renson. Great block. Tries to dash block. Caught by the 5P again. Axel doing a great job holding it down.
Oh, Jesus. Backing up. Try to play cool. What a JS. Taking you to school. Good kill there. And just like it is set point for QueenKoa.
Backing off. Gets pushed away. And it just seems so difficult. What do you do? What do you do? Fantastic neutral hop. Into the landing JH. We find the counter hit. Find the knockdown. Tap 5D. Use the meter to bring to the wall. This is not going to kill. But this is a great situation for QueenKoa. The character swap has looked phenomenal thus far.
Hey, big 5P check. Telling you to back up. Oi, 2H. Oh, good kill there from QueenKoa. And just like that, they will be taking the set. Continuing to grand winners finals. I messed that up.
First match of top 8 loser side, we've got Screwz on the Giovanna versus Cheeseburger on the Anji. Now, Screwz has been Screwz been a really good Giovanna these last couple weeks, and Cheeseburger, I believe, is new to the baccpaBrawl top 8. So we're gonna see what their Anji has got.
Yeah, I'll be hyped to see for sure. Cheeseburger's another player that no got to see. We do see Gio and Anji a lot, though. That's the thing. As of recently, we've been seeing these characters a lot.
That's a back.
So, it's almost like nothing out of the ordinary. You know, different. What is it? Different place, like same vibe or something.
Yeah, we're back in our
so,
element with this game because that last game was a curveball, but now we're back to Kai players, Giovanna players, and Anji players.
Real.
Where's
the
last
gold
couple weeks? Yeah, we need the gold list of Potemkin, though, to really bring us back to prime era baccpaBrawl. Fantastic challenge out with a 2P into the red RC. Nice pickup. And that is the round. Cheeseburger strikes first. And on the 4th of July, nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. Freedom Day. Nice. Goes for the approach. Gets the close slash. This is pretty good. But the burst off the table tell you not a good 6P check from Cheeseburger. Or you off to a pretty solid offensive scenario with the back throw. The butterfly's in play and he got the bar to work with.
Finds another throw. Butterfly into the bird. 2K2D. We're going to go with the Fujin there. Great blocks. YRC doesn't want to hold that any longer. Finds the counter. We're going to clear with the close slash into the side swap combo. No, stays on the same side. And it looks like maybe there was a drop there because we lost all of our Oki. And Cheeseburger with a raw Fujin, able to keep Giovanna trapped in the corner with a 6P close slash and the 2S. We're gonna need the burst there. Blue burst spins through perfectly from across the map in the 236K, and Cheeseburger is on one. What a round there.
Very nice. A good way to start for Cheeseburger, who is definitely a pretty solid Anji from what we're seeing. Able to chase Giovanna, who's a very scrambly character catch and all these tense scenarios. So good work from Cheeseburger starting us off. It does appear the Screwz. Oh my god!
Throws. Now, give me a
again.
third.
Again.
That was an ultra fuzzy back dash, by the way. We're gonna need the butterfly there. 2Ps dashing, close slash. There's the tick throw once again. And both players are representing a lot of throws right now. And I assume down the line we're gonna get a lot of backdash callouts. PRC forward, close slash, dashing. There it is again with the throw. Trying to lock down the backdash with the lows. This time with the overhead plus frames, 2S staying in. We had the bar in the back to make that really difficult to deal with. And so Giovanna falters.
Ooh, 5H counter hit. Very well placed from Screwz. Try to go for the chase out with the 2D. Right back at you, denying that space. But the burst, the aggressive burst even, to keep the corner. Definitely a good play, but Cheeseburger telling you, no, we're not going to be doing that. You have to hold my pressure now. And it's Anji's turn to snowball.
Flying around. That was awkward. We're going to get empty. I feel like it was a messed up safe jump, but
no, they've done that twice now. That has to be a safe jump cell. Yeah.
Okay. Or just plus frames in the face of the opponent. Either way, we're going to need another back throw. It feels like it's our 7th or 8th one in the set. And Cheeseburger going to go up 2-2-0. Pan, I got a question for you. This is a bit of a philosophical one.
Yeah?
Do you prefer cheeseburgers over hamburgers?
Is there a difference?
Wait, let me back up. Do you guys have cheeseburgers over there?
I hate you, bro.
Yeah, some kind of concoction, haggis, something.
Yes, of course we have a cheeseburger over here. Okay. Yes.
And to be clear, this is made of beef, not cheese, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Good,
Good,
just
good
wanted to
stuff
make sure.
from Cheeseburger, who's on a perfect and set point, by the way, but go on.
I'm sorry. No, I went too far in the bit. 6P avoided there. Chasing the far slash there. Tries to go for a big delay, but Cheeseburger just going to mash out.
Oh, well, this helped to approach with two staggers with the Fuge, and I like the charge one to represent it. I would probably keep doing it if I was them. That'd be my opinion. But what, 6P, you've got the pressure going. Fainting with the projectiles, gets the overhead, and it's time for stagger-like pressure. Good throw recognition there.
There's a must-win round here for Screwz. Their tournament life is on the line, and Cheeseburger not making this easy right now. Fast cancel into the bird. Plus frames. Back dash, tries to go for the chimney. Really patient play there from Screwz, who is at the max risk, and after getting back thrown back into the corner, it is going to be so difficult. Ends up getting caught. Who can blame him? That was a ridiculous offensive sequence there from Cheeseburger, who had a phenomenal set, taking it 3-0.
Heading into our last set of losers top 8, we've got ScaryEsquire on the Millia, I believe. Pretty hyped to see the Millia. It's been a wee bit. And we've got Zukii on the Jacko. Oh my god, a Jacko main. Last time we had the Jacko, I believe, was like 2 or 3 baccpaBrawls ago, correct?
I think it's been longer.
Really?
It's been longer, yeah. I feel like it's been like 6 weeks maybe. Either way, what I just realized is, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, have we had all girls so far as characters? Besides Kai. Kai's the exception.
Let's see. Wait, this is interesting, yeah. Kai, Ava Desi,
Yep.
Giovanna, and
Oh, Anji. Never mind. No, you're
Anji,
right.
yeah.
No.
I mean,
Close enough,
but
though.
no, I won't make that joke.
It's a girls' night.
No, it's. I was gonna make a joke, but I won't go there. Oh, nice. Going for the pressure, goes for the foot, keeping the pressure, going with the Capel, but nothing of it. Good jump out from Zukii to set up the pressure, but they get bursted back. 5H. Ooh. Oi,
Fantastic dash up throw. Now we're going to have the setup here. Overhead, into the overhead, into the low. Oh, just not ready for the cross up into the same side. And now we're going to have a wall break, and the round is all ScaryEsquire.
ScaryEsquire looking like a pretty solid Millia. As we know, those Millia players are by far some of the nastiest players whenever they take part in the baccpaBrawl. I would consider them some of the top-notch players, next to the Kai mains, of course. So it's good to see ScaryEsquire certainly putting on a solid show with the Millia, but they got a big burst here if they really want to get some good... Oh, wait, no! Zukii just holds on to it, and that's going to cost them.
Yeah, I'm not sure why... I mean, well, Millia's a scary character to burst for sure, because their combo structure is so strange, and they have a lot of jump cancels and, you know, spots to burst. But I feel like we've held this for too long, and now Zukii is going to have to play perfectly to take this game 1, but we have a great start with the 2P and the meaty 2D, and so we're going to find the counter. Big damage here. Not going to kill, but certainly a winnable situation.
A pretty decent cash out. Health is pretty tied up, but Zukii, with the hard knockdown, is able to set up a minion, but the burst tells you no minion set up, but what an air throw from Zukii. Taking that game. And are we at game number 2?
Wait, I think I misclicked. No, I think it's Zukii up 1-0. I think I've...
Okay, 1-0,
1-0.
Baccpack, try to throw me off my game, keep me on my toes, got respect.
You know I do love to do that.
Boy, but we're still continuing. Ooh, nice. Goes for wire seat, right, left, gets a decent hit, but nothing of it, has to play cool, tries to get in, decent air conversion. Now Scary is looking terrifying as the pressure is set on. What an air yet again, and the conversions from these air touches certainly putting in the work.
This is why it's so important to stop Millia from doing that ID thing where they like ID off of the JH, because you're just giving them another turn. They're right there. They actually changed it with the Capel, but when you allow Millia to get that string in, you are giving them a whole nother turn, another opportunity to open you up, and Millia is such a steamroll character that you need to stop her in like every possible avenue, even if it's an RPS.
Also, I absolutely love it when you said that IED thing, because I immediately think of like, oh, if you're a Potemkin man, you're like, the IED thing, what is that? You know, that thing I don't have.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I feel that. Dash up. Roll. 2D. stays in, but finds the appropriate match. That was great knowledge there. Flies in, and a little mix-up for your life. Just goes for the burst, which was a scary time to go for. By the way, perfectly spaced clap. Big damage, no. Whoa. Didn't commit the meter. Didn't think it was going to kill. We have a YRC here. Out space. I thought for sure we had something going on there, but 2K whiffs, 2D connects, and ScaryEsquire ties it up 1-1.
I felt that. I felt that. Zukii certainly had a...
Dude, the back throws. The back throws are just ridiculous.
I can't believe they've landed that almost every time that they've caught an air interaction. It's been insane. And now Zukii kind of put in a bit of a awful scenario. Has to be dealing with the Millia pressure, and you know, Scary's able to set up those discs, set up the throws, go left, right with the good night, send you through the wall. Aye, this is looking all ScaryEsquire, I believe. There's no way they can lose this from here. Imagine though.
In Guilty Gear, I can always imagine it, okay? I always see the path. 2K2D, up close, gonna be a great mix-up opportunity. Gives up the burst. Zukii tries to cover the ground. We gotta cover the arrogance. Millia, but quickly she's on the ground and approaches. And now you're trapped in the corner. On the throw, Millia's a bar in the back as well. Steals the corner. Great defense. I don't know if that couple was left or right. I genuinely do not know.
It was a combo.
It was
as well as, you know, oh, not enough to kill, but ScaryEsquire with the chip out. Certainly catching Zukii, not FDing. That's something you've got to be wary about against a character like Millia. A lot of chip scenarios where if you're on 1 HP, the health bar can disappear insanely quickly. And Scary, living up to the name, man. Living up to the name.
ScaryEsquire is on a full-on offensive marathon right now. They have not stopped their offense. I mean, they're just approaching from neutral and getting it started with IDs, with, you know, huge jumps, grounded approaches. And right now, Zukii is, frankly, suffocating under this pressure.
Pressure pushing down on me. Oh, you want to do that? Apologies. My apologies. Oh! Zukii feeling the pressure though. That was an unfortunate super whiff scenario, and he didn't know what to do. They walked back, they gave up so much space, and that's allowed Scary to capitalize on it and throw it right back in your face.
Set point here for ScaryEsquire. Round start gonna be huge here. Dashes in, just actually just jumping in over and over again, and Zukii just does not have an anti-air that they're confident throwing out, and so ScaryEsquire will take advantage once again. Big pickup to the wall. Not even going to use the super there. Instead, holds onto the bar and has that positive bonus in the back as well. Flying around, looking for the hit. 6P finds the hit. No. Dash under. No burst bait. Trapped in the corner right now. Millia finally caught with the 6P. Zukii starts with the offense. We're going to need a knockdown here, but ScaryEsquire built a meter from that positive bonus. Gets the connection with the projectile. Flying around. That was a fantastic empty land. Mess with the momentum. Re-IDs in. Finds it with a JS. And ScaryEsquire takes the set 3-1 with Millia. Here we are, top 6 losers side. First match. We've got Screwz here on the Giovanna. Sorry, wait, no. We got Cheeseburger on the Giovanna, who made the character swap, actually chose to play Anji instead of the Giovanna mirror. My whole perspective just shifted. And then, of course, we've got ShadowGeko back in the Dizzy.
So, yeah, ShadowGeko, I was about to say, I was confused that they were on Anji. But I didn't mention it because I felt like it would be a bit foolish because I remember them being a Geo main. So I'm a bit happy to see, yeah, they are the Geo main because they have profile pictures of Geo and everything. So I was confirmed, right? But it makes sense not want to play a Geo mirror because everybody hates the mirror. And they're going to use the Geo and the character that wants to play awkward neutral. So this is just a clever play. This is genius, if anything.
2 bars here for Dizzy. I'm not really sure how you're going to deal with this here. Oh, never mind. 2 bars have been dealt with. The 2 bars have been dealt with. They are gone. Obviously not the best usage there. And great defense into the perfect match in the 2P. Cheeseburger takes the round.
Ooh. Nice. Sets up the projectile, tries to rush in. 5H. Oh, I've got the tunes off. I knew something was off. Oi, good pressure, gets the yeet.
Close side starter, 2S, 5H, stays in with the PRC, now ready for that overhead, and Cheeseburger will take game number 1.
With the star, man. Oh wait, yeah, no, that's right. We're still on. We're still on.
We're still on. We're still on. Yeah.
Because I was getting ready to go. Like, do we go back to the Starman singing?
Well, I can't sing because my voice. I am so pitch perfect that I'll get copyright straight. You know.
Oh, this is true. Yeah, this is very true. You gotta think about that, man. You gotta think about that.
It's true.
When you're just naturally talented, it's very difficult to be like that because people hate on you. You know, that's the nature of success.
I actually did get a copyright strike for singing "Things That Bother You Never Bother Me. I'll Be Happy and Bye." Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. I actually did get one for that, which is crazy.
That is actually absurd to hear. That goes to show, you know, you got that talent, you got that skill. Let it back into it. Cheeseburger only needs one more hit. Could go high, low. Keep the pressure going. Good check. 6 feet into the chip kill. Cheeseburger. Looking pretty good. Wait, no, ShadowGeko. Wait, no, I need a moment. This is... okay. Heading into it. Cheeseburger looking good.
Wings are out. Oh, okay. Got maybe a little bit of a stoppage there. We're going to have a cross-up, though, somehow, some way. Nice pickup, stays in the wild assault. Tap 5D, the unblockable, into the RC, all the way to the corner. Instead of breaking the wall, actually opts to keep Dizzy into the corner because his next hit will kill. So don't even give your opponent the opportunity, except you kind of did give your opponent the opportunity. It was a great defensive maneuver there from ShadowGeko, who finds way out of the corner, and now Giovanna, without that positive bonus, is in a much worse position.
Oh, and I believe this could be a killing scenario if the wall is involved, but not enough juggle potential. Ain't gonna matter though. The reset of the 2S, very strong normal for those fuzzy callouts. I go up to, and Cheeseburger certainly looking unstoppable in this matchup. And you kind of expect it, right? You're playing a very fast, wiry character, and a character that kind of wants to play a little bit of awkward neutral, then capitalize once you're in the corner, you know?
Both players fishing for a hit. Dizzy finds one and then chases appropriately. That was really nice. Gonna find another one as well. And to the knockdown, sends out the fishy. Giovanna gonna hold that up back there. Flying around. Man, that button is really active.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Good hit. Gets the knockdown, goes left, gets the hit, gets the pickup, and with that bar, we could see the family Kamehameha. No? That would have got the kill? That would have been it?
Yeah, but then we wouldn't be able to kill this BRC, which is much cooler.
Yeah, but you'd hear Goku come down and goes like, is that all you've got? Oh. But a good one there from ShadowGeko. Starting to make the comeback happen. No family Kamehameha yet.
When you watch Dragon Ball, do you watch the English dub or the Japanese dub?
If I watch the original, I would watch it in
Dragon Ball
Japanese.
Z.
But
Let's hear watching Z.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm watching the original Z. I'm watching it in Japanese. But if I'm watching Kai, I wouldn't mind watching the dub.
Oh, okay.
What'd you say?
Well, okay. So you were making the distinction between Z and Kai. But in my mind, Z doesn't exist. There's only Kai. Because Z is ass.
And but that's the thing though, Z in the original Japanese is still pretty to the point with the manga, so that's why I quite like that. That should get the kill.
What a call out there on the deflect. Just dashes in and holds that 5D. That was amazing awareness by Cheeseburger. Maximizing that punish. Able to take it.
Interesting discussion to start, by the way, on commentary.
But I'm just curious. I screw the match, man. I just want to know whether you're dub or sub. You know what I mean?
I'm honestly nowadays I'm not too bothered, but I do like my Grandma Goku. I do love hearing Grandma Goku. Big fan. Oh, what a 6-speed. Not gonna be enough to kill. Needs one more interaction, of course. Nice. Gets in with the super. That is plus, and they need one more, and they're still fighting for that one more. And ShadowGeko is just hanging on to that thing called life. Oh no. YRC?
Which I thought may have been outspaced, but no, we're gonna dash back in. Great chase in the back dash there. Dizzy.
The wings.
Finding knockdown after knockdown, but the damage just not gonna be there. Mash out with a 2P. And that is all she wrote. Cheeseburger gonna take the set 3-0. Final match, top 6 loser side. We got Kensei, we got ScaryEsquire. ScaryEsquire coming off of an insane win, by the way. I mean, they were just so aggressive the entire time. We'll see if they're able to keep this up against Kensei's Kai. Kensei, such a strong neutral player, and Kai obviously has such amazing neutral buttons that may be able to stop ScaryEsquire's super aggressive approach.
Yeah, it'll be a very interesting set to catch. Indeed, one air throw. As we know,
Apparently that's
Kensei...
just counterplay, and everyone knows it besides me. They're just really good at air throws.
Oh,
wow.
yes.
What a 5H, what an RC, what a pickup. That's the round there for Kensei. Making that mistake hurt.
So the interesting thing about this matchup is, of course, Kensei, pretty familiar with fighting Millias. There's plenty of good Millias in NA, so you're not coming into this with a little bit of confusion, you know, you're just heading into it. And the interesting thing, you're already seeing it. The earlier game plan that Kensei's been representing has had to make Scary play some really weird plays for them to get any form of damage, right? They're doing like the foot in neutral for no reason. They're doing IED for no reason. They're just backing up and approaching randomly. And sometimes it's working out because those GS air throws, Kensei's already got them.
Ooh. Dude, what a call out on the YRC. Couldn't call it the BRC though. Or sorry, the burst. Both players fishing. Wow,
nice.
Millia with the empty ID there. And the rising JS able to take the round there. We're going to a final round in game number 1, question mark? This is game number 1, right?
Yeah, this is game number 1. It's gone on pretty long, man.
Yeah, for a second, I'm like, I could have sworn Kensei won, but no, that was just round 1. So, yeah, both players looking for it. ScaryEsquire tries to go for the arrow stall, not going to work there, flips in. Wow, the ID over the far slash. Kensei has to watch how they respond, how they take their turns back, because Millia not afraid to just ID right back in.
Does have 2 bars to work with, and I just noticed his name's the Subway Slammer. Pretty modern reference nowadays, I'll say that much. This is a pretty good hit for Scary.
What is
sending
that a
you through the. All I'm gonna say is the Subway is made for the slamming, and 2 people, maybe 10 people, will get that joke. Oi! Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, bro. Oi! What an air yeet into the OTG kill Kensei. Up 1-0. Those Subways are hits for the slamming, man. That's crazy.
What are you referring to, man? What Subway slam are we talking about?
Don't worry about it, bro. We ain't surfing in the Subway. We slamming in the Subway. You know what I'm saying, man? Don't worry about it.
It's a TikTok thing?
No, it's not.
Not a okay. See, when you said Subway Surfer, you had me. I thought that was it.
Yeah, I did.
But maybe it was like a 2 or something. Somebody didn't know about it. We're going to need a throw there. That's not going to work. Flies back in, tries to go for the throw once again. PRC there. And to the close slash. Millia is such a strong close slash for pulling people out in the sky. Great challenge once again. Kensei doing a great job in the Abare.
Oh, nice. One thing I do quite like is how chill Kensei's been on the DPs. And situations you'd think he'd do it, ain't doing it. And then when you don't expect it, he's been representing it pretty well. But here, gotta play camp. That GS certainly putting in the work. This could... No, not gonna kill, actually. I'm kind of shocked. I thought the Vapor Thrust might lead to that juggle stay. But that JK, my god.
Now I'm feeling left out because people in the chat are saying they get the reference.
I'm just saying, bro. The Subways are heads for the slamming, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm
actually commentating right now. Listen. That's a DP.
Whoa. Yeah,
that's
that is a...
With a counter.
That's, yeah. And that
is a dead Millia.
Whoa.
That is a dead Millia. That was a fantastic combo.
That was off of SDP, by the way.
Yeah.
That was SDP.
That was crazy.
That's insane.
The ID there.
That's insane.
But shot that 5P that whiff from Kensei. Tries to chase, not going to work there. Wow! Ready to stop the double jump there is crazy super. I think you're getting caught here. What? Whoa! What the heck is going on, dude?
Right at the lightning, going unpunished, and Scary, unfortunately, paying with their lives. God damn, these Subways are getting slammed too. Oh, I can't.
You're pissing me off. You gotta stop saying that.
We've talked about this many times. I think we just sort of rage bait each other, but you get me most times out of 10. That's the thing. You always get me, so I'm happy right now. I'm very happy. Oh.
Okay.
Ugh. Very nice from Scary. Certainly cashing out some good damage, jumping in, went for the close slash, but the DP tell you nothing. I was talking about that. Kensei's DP's insanely hard to call out, but Scary, I think, can win this round off of one more interaction. See that OS I did there? See what
I like that. Flies in, JH empty, and to the low right afterwards. Kensei not looking for it. And ScaryEsquire really needs this round, really needs to get on the board. because Kensei right now currently is steamrolling the match.
Ooh, sending you for the wall as well. Solid damage. And of course, it's all about that stun state. It is applied, but the trade gonna get rid of it. Gets rid of the projectile. Tries again. That's a powerful JS with so much meter to cash out with. Yeah, Kensei's killing. No doubt about it. And now we're on set point. Kensei could take this with a clean 3-0.
This is the opportunity. Fantastic mash either with a 5P and to the 2P. Empty and to the low. Kensei seems to be getting called out after the JHs. So Millia is going for JHs that are pretty high, and Kensei's trying to mash on him, and then they just end up getting caught with a 2K. Fantastic burst fade here, and what a route as well into
Right to the lightning! Cashing out. Jeez Louise, I know they only really need one more clean connection, but Scary denying it with a good mash out, and then immediate air dash. Certainly working out as they do have a bar, but both have a bar. This neutral is not safe for anybody, but Scary getting the conversion, and I don't know if that's enough.
The 6H is a multi-hitting tool, and so you weren't able to get your ender with the super. Both bars are gone here for Kensei though. Chases DP narrowly avoided and punished by Millia. ScaryEsquire gets on the board.
If you're Scary, you know, you're probably still feeling a bit anxious after that miss punish on the right the lightning. So you're coming into this like, okay, I'm building back momentum. We've kind of forgotten about that, you know, memory of a goldfish, we're bringing it back. But, oh Jesus, you gotta be wary, man. Kensei's got another level of a competitor, man. He's too solid.
That's why you have to stay focused. One mistake, and it's looking like Kensei might already be on another set point, but ScaryEsquire still in it, still fighting for their life here. Able to break the wall. Ooh. Big damage. We're much closer to an even round, even though it's looking much better here for Kensei, who's trying to fish that JS, trying to find that last hit, but perfectly spaced once again. Millia finds it with a 2K. Kensei gives it the burst, wants to play at this health advantage. Oh no, wow, what the heck? No, worst case scenario for ScaryEsquire, unable to get the punish. And so Kensei takes the round.
And they're up against set point again, man. This is brutal. This is absolutely brutal for Scary. Good 2K going to the fireball, though. They can maybe turn back the momentum, but they've got to work so damn hard. Not only are you going to go at game 5, you're going to be doing it for winning every possible round possible. After going down, it is so scary. It is so scary for Esquire as they hold the pressure again.
That is very uncharacteristic of Kensei, who drops the combo. Fortunately, picks up another one, though, able to get that wall break. Gets probably a little more damage than what they would have had if they didn't drop. Big jump in here from ScaryEsquire. Goes to the reset, baits out the DP, and that should be the Millia round. We're going to a final round in game number 4. This is the difference between Kensei moving on and ScaryEsquire getting eliminated.
And something to note as well, they almost dropped that combo. You can still feel that Scary is feeling the pressure, right? We're not going to go into song, but we can feel it. We certainly can.
I'll go
into Kensei. Nah, we don't need to. We don't need to.
You sure?
Hey, you could fight me.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because you're too talented, bro. We need the talent on the screen right now.
Oh my god, you're so right. Big damage. Big super, not enough. ScaryEsquire has to play perfectly to bring this back. Tries to go for the wake up 6P, but called out with a meaty 5K. And Kensei will take the set 3-2-1.
Heading into winners finals, a grand set indeed. We've got Scambolini versus QueenKoa, ABBA versus Kai. This is a matchup we have seen quite a few times here on the baccpaBrawl. And I'm kind of curious how it's going to play out. Scambolini, of course, knocking Kensei down to loser's side. So they're going to be coming into this different flavor of Kai that QueenKoa is having to deal with. And I think that is already messing them up, as we're seeing here.
That was a fantastic little walk in there. And now ABBA takes all of the momentum in the install, able to hit the wall here, finds a way out, and gets right back in there with the key. Half your health is gone. ABBA still in this round, has to play Kai's pacing though, plays out of the range, re-engages perfectly with that overhead. Now ABBA with 2 bars, gonna make this hurt once again.
Yeah, ton of damage dealt. Goes to the right side, 5K, gets pushed back, does have meter work with for both sides, the end of the day, Kai having that Scum Dipper always available is scary. Did you catch him? No! Yes! You did with the key!
What? Did that vortex? What, did you see that?
Yeah, it pulled them in. Like Luigi's like vacuum, you know, pulled them in. I love, dude, that is actually one of my favorite games ever, by the way.
Yeah?
That game. Yeah.
Specifically Luigi's Mansion 3 Dark Moon.
No. That's the second one, by the way, which not a fan of. The first one, goated, bro. Absolutely goated. The third one, charming. Played that with my dad. Felt a bit nostalgic.
Was that your GameCube game?
That was my game. That was my game, bro.
Oh, really?
Oh, God.
You hold in very hard. Just like Abba does with this combo. Into the corner. Takes the round. QueenKoa goes up 1-0. Now, for me, my GameCube game, Super Monkey Ball 2. It's not close. It's not close.
That's a banger. That's a banger, bro.
Or alternatively, wait, there's one more. SpongeBob SquarePants Lights, Camera, Pants.
I don't think I've heard that one. I've heard of Battle Bikini Bottom.
Wow. You should be embarrassed right now. It's
amazing.
Maybe
I should be.
It's amazing. I'll show you some clips afterwards. You would love that game. Anyways, QueenKoa there with a big combo.
I bet I've played that.
Nice, maybe
God.
Maybe you have.
Yeah, I like this. Maximizing the jealousy. A little bit of jelly there, you know, maximizing it. Got plenty to work with. But the safe jump, not so safe. Scambolini showed with the DP able to escape. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's death, is what that is. QueenKoa with just big combo after big combo, complete cash outs.
Oh, God. Nice. Playing patient. Tries to get in, but the trade telling it back up. Fireball's being represented. Big parry has plenty of jealousy, but you've just got to activate it. And with the way Scambolini's playing, I don't think it's going to happen.
Flip in! Ends up getting caught with the 5H there. Abbott once again making it hurt. Has to give up that burst to stay alive. And just going to cash out with the super here. Abbott chooses not to give up that burst, likely because they have that round advantage. And they want to be able to hold it flexibly for maybe a closer round or a round where they have a bigger advantage. Throw's going to whiff there. Goes to the PRC and able to recover in time to go for the 2P. Because of that PRC, we have very little window here to find a hit with the install. Gets forced down. Now this is going to be a much better looking round here for Kai.
Oh, I try to play a solid ground game, but those JDs certainly not putting in the work. That's allowed Scambolini cash out, get some good damage. QueenKoa not giving up the burst. Well aware if they're going to lose this round, it's better to have that available to them. But the sad thing is that Scambolini is building back their burst. So at the end of the day, you may have it earlier, but Scambolini's going to have it in maybe a more important moment in the set. Scary to call.
Goes to that burst. Flies in and did not commit to the combo. It almost looked like they were trying to burst bait there, but obviously no burst there for Kensei. Either way, we're going to be able to take this to the wall. No wall break there, but we are going to have a bar. Goes to the empty low. Really nice option 90% of the time. Abba's going to go for that overhead there, but only when you respect your opponent to expect the overhead do you represent that low. Very nice play there. Now Kensei, sorry, not Kensei, Scambolini with the advantage.
You think that'll definitely help Kensei, the red Kai, right?
Well,
Scambolini.
It's more of the players not using their names when entering the tournament. Like I look up, it's like bring back DPRC. I'm like, huh. Nice gold burst bait. Big 5H. QueenKoa up 2-0.
Certainly looking like the competitor beat today with this momentum. If this continues on, QueenKoa will be sitting in grand finals. But who knows? Certainly the scary scenario will be in. And Scambolini is just looping the throws and the projectiles. Looking for another opportunity. Oh, that's a big anti-air. Even confirms it. Awkward trade. Didn't matter too much for Scambolini. Add the combo.
Flies him into Patriarch. PRC sets up the mix-up. 5H. Wow. Outspaced. Very nice spacing there for Kensei, able to find the hit, takes the round. Abbott doesn't even consider giving up burst there. You're at such a big disadvantage. Just holds onto it here. And now at the round start, Kensei tries to chase with the 2H, not gonna work. Finds it with a wild assault, and QueenKoa forces the burst out from Scambolini. I feel like they keep saying Kensei.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bro.
Scambolini is the Kai. Scambolini is the Kai. Kai, is the Scambolini on the screen. Scambolini is caught here by the ABBA.
The Kai.
Scambolini jumps up on the Kai Kisuke with the Scambolini and the RC. Scambolini with the chase. Gets pushed away, tries to go for the space, but Scambolini doesn't make it happen. Chases him with the food truck. Knockdown Scambolini with the shimmy. Not going to work either. Backs off. 5H. Wild Assault. Counter hit on Scambolini. Great position here for ABBA against Scambolini. What's up?
I've got to say, you sound like Hulk right now. Like Hulk smash, like Hulk on offense. But, geez Louise, QueenKoa. My God. Certainly nasty player as she has tied up the third match. Set point here to head into winners finals, could knock out Scambolini. Scambolini could lose. Scambolini might lose. But Scambolini starting the round start.
But Scambolini's strong. So Scambolini not lose easy. Scambolini difficult to beat is Scambolini.
The Scambolini will DP on the next wake up if I've called it.
Okay, I respect that. I don't think it's going to happen though. Scambolini not so
yeah, because we're back to neutral.
Well, that's actually a great call. We're going to flip in there with the food truck. 2K. Stays in with the Wild Assault. Great IPs. Great defense here from QueenKoa. 2Ps.
2 bars, though.
Yes, pushed away. Yeah, 2 bars can be very difficult. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you realized it, but we had the max risk there, so that 5H, or the top 5D, will lead to a full combo into the DI to break the wall.
Okay, opportunity for Scambolini. I'm now your biggest fan. Can you do it? Oh, I think you can. But no, burst off the table.
2 bars. 1 more bar. Just do it again. Just super. Call it a day.
Under the sacred briars. Yeah! Scambolini taking their first game and with that dragon installing to W. You love to see it, man.
DI has had a pretty good record today. I don't think DI has lost.
Has it?
Yeah.
I think it's like 2 for 1. It lost
That's pretty
earlier.
good.
It lost earlier.
DI is pretty. DI 2-1 is might be its most winning matchup ever.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I think I clocked TNS and it was just loss into loss when I saw it. I'm like, damn. Ooh, good blocks. Hulk's back. Look at the risk though, backpack. It's built up again. I think this is a consistent weakness that we may see from QueenKoa, is that the lack of FDs is costing them their life bar.
I mean, frankly, it's just ridiculous offense from Scambolini, who's just able to stay in off of each and every engagement. They find a hit and they just don't leave. That's that wake up DP Panda called earlier. Close slash staggers. There's the FDs you're talking about as well, but that's why Scambolini's going for these staggers, trying to make the opponent double guess their defensive options, whether they're mashing, FDing, or just down backing. Gives up that burst, trying to play out the range, but mistimes the button, and so Scambolini ties up the set 2-2.
Oi, yes, very quickly indeed. Winners finals looking like the set of tonight. We're continuing on. We're about to find out who'll break away. Will it be the Scum Dipper champion, or it will be the Danzai Queen? We're about to find out. Oh,
so aggressive. Just starts up the offense. 2H pulled out of the sky, plus frames. Flips back in for more plus frames, and look at that risk. Able to cash out here. Decent damage, goes to the reset, backs off. Looks like it might have been a dropped combo, but still in a great position. Fantastic anti-air there by QueenKoa, who gets into the install. Getting aggressive, baits out the DP. That was a really nice read there, because if you try to overextend there and take your turn, you get called out by the DP, your momentum is gone. So going for that read was phenomenal.
Yeah, and not only was that read amazing, the damage certainly cashed out. Abba's a character you don't want to whiff DP against, because if that happens, your health bar gets the lead, and they're able to maximize jealousy. But another dragon install! Another potential hype moment. Can it happen though?
Great blocks, great chase with the JS there. Do you give it the burst? I don't think so. And neither does Scambolini, as Abba strikes first in game number 5.
That's another DI loss. So sad, you hate to see it. But Scambolini certainly living up to the hype. You gotta love it. But here we go. Set point. Like you mentioned, can QueenKoa do it? Corner's already unlocked. Big throw. Scams on the offense. Sets up the projectile to reset for the aerial pickup on the JS, but the burst off the table. Again, we talked about it before the wall break. Certainly a clever play. It lets you steal back momentum. But Scambolini deals it right back and pushes you through the wall.
Tries to go for the far. Oh, wow. Going to be a trade from both ends. RC to stay in. Just goes raw for the projectile. Builds another bar. And very nice hit there from Abba, who's trying to close out this tournament set right here, right now. Goes straight into the install. OTG. Perfect setup. Is the bar enough to kill? I don't believe so.
It could be. Yeah, no, it actually is. And just like that, backpack, the kill scenario you wouldn't believe. QueenKoa is the one to do it. 3-2 head to grand finals where they're sitting on the throne, unironically, as a queen, waiting for their next opponent. That sounded off. That sounded off. Heading into loser semis. We don't talk about that. We do not talk about that.
I don't think that made the recording, but that's crazy.
Yeah. Loser semis. I said a very out-of-pocket statement that I clocked onto when I said it afterwards. It's a classic to be sure. Kensei up against Cheeseburger. Anji versus Kai. Again, another common matchup on the baccpaBrawl as of recently.
I might be stun locked for this round. I need to regain composure.
You too busy thinking about
That was a very funny thing that you said. That is so funny. All right. Whew. Very nice round
hungry,
there,
bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Kensei.
Brother's hungry, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, big fusion. Goes for the spin, and because of the patient play from Kensei, able to actually punish it. Cheeseburger gonna have to reevaluate where to place these spins if they want it to work in neutral, because it seems like Kensei is just on it. He is ready to make those reads.
Neutral hop. Wow, what a call in the neutral hop, dude. Neutral hop at that spacing is supposed to be generally safe for Kai, but obviously the Anji 6P has a bit of range to it, and Cheeseburger was just ready for it. Nice hit though, and Kensei takes the round before burst is even an option.
I also do see the misses as supporting the Subway Slammer. That's crazy. Can't believe you would do that. But here we go, 1-0. Kensei. How does it go? Oh, the DP tell you, nope, not doing that. The Wild decided to keep the pressure going, but the 2P checkout. Nice play from Cheeseburger.
Goes to the low into the RC back, and we are still able to combo off that even from that far away. Wonder why pick the RC back instead of the RC forward?
I don't know. I would assume to maybe bait some type of like small range defensive option like YRC or maybe DP. But I don't know, man. I don't know. There's definitely some idea there.
That is probably it. It also could be a situation where you can like meaty Fujin, like get the perfect spacing from there or something.
This is true. This is true. There's a lot to consider that we do not know.
That is true. That is absolutely true. Nice smash out here from Kensei. Big pickup. Do you give the burst? Probably not. Especially since that's not going to kill. Only a little bit more damage you're sacrificing. Positive bonus going to be real good here for Kensei, but doesn't even need it. Dash up throw is enough.
Aye. Big dash up throw for the kill. And it does appear that Kensei is very familiar with the matchup. Even though Cheeseburger has had their moments where they're certainly shined. Like right now, like this is looking all good for Cheeseburger. I can see them winning this round even. It does feel like Kensei is the one that's got a hold of the reins in this set. Oh.
That was big. Fantastic shimmy there.
Massive even.
Projectile into the low. Nice pick up of the RC here. Once again, we're going to full-on conversion into the wall. Instead of going to the wall break, just going to set up the plus frames once again. Shimmies out the throw. Extra damage.
But needs one more hit. Being a bit calm. Kensei well aware. Doesn't he overextend? Oi! Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. 10th scenario. Kensei represents the DP for the kill. And I wonder what was going on there with that PRC. Do you think they were trying to make an air throw on the hop that could be represented from Fujin? Because that was just confusing.
Yeah, the double PRC obviously sets up an RPS situation, and both players just went for the throw. And then in the end, obviously just a much better situation there for Kensei. Dash in, 6B, finds the counter hit. We're going to set up this projectile that's going to force Anji to jump, and so that's why you're looking with that 2H there. Walks for, what? Cheeseburger just did a walk under it. Perfect timing. Nice combo as well. And the Subway Slammer strikes. I still don't know what that means.
Bro, you can't make the jokes. You don't know.
Well,
you don't know.
Hey Siri, what is the Subway Slammer?
No, you can't do that. That's cheating.
I'm looking it up. You take over.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. I can't have my fun anymore. Good pick up here from Kensei. Not gonna be able to kill. One more interaction. Wait. Oh, what a jump in from Cheeseburger. Sets up the pressure. Gets a close slash, but no float. And that is a good check for the kill. Kensei looking pretty solid into Cheeseburger.
It's a Persona meme. I thought this would be funny.
I know nothing about Persona, but the meme seemed funny. Just a guy slamming people in subways. That's it.
Oh, I thought he was
like,
slamming
run by.
subways.
Yeah, he just run by, like shoulder tackle, and go like, "That wasn't my fault."
Oh, that. I thought he was eating Subway sandwiches. Okay, I'm just wrong still, even after Googling
Yeah.
it. Anyways,
Damn, you're stupid, bro.
PRC, don't say that, man. Lows,
Also,
RC forward, overhead. Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, Kensei, very close to closing this out right here, right now. Spin, neutral hop, JS avoided, and punish, and the Subway Slammer takes the set 3-0. Losers finals, it's the Subway Slammer Kensei versus the Honest Kyle Scambolini. The old red versus blue. We're bringing this back to Master Chief.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting matchup. Of course, it's the run back. It's the two guys. I'm kind of curious to see if Kensei, with the knowledge that they've got and a bit of adrenaline, of course, you know, coming from loser's side, can they knock Scambolini out? I'm mad curious with it.
This is the run back. Obviously, Scambolini was able to take it first earlier, but who knows where we're at now. I mean, I'd say both players have an honest shot. They're both very, very competent Kyles.
Oh, sends you through the wall as well. Kensei off to a good start. And yeah, we're seeing a somewhat flip of the matchup, even a jumping instant block FD. All right. That's tech. That's tech I've never seen. Man's on it today. Oh, again?
Oh
what the?
That's crazy. That's matchup knowledge right there.
What is that?
Burst it out. That is just called being good at the game.
I would never know what that is. Not once.
Oh my god! The
Are you a
matchup's kind of
cheater?
crazy right now. The tap 5Ks, I don't know why I just said tap, but the 5Ks of that range are kind of ridiculous.
No, it's a
There's
held
nobody that calls
5K.
out that many options. A held 5K would go crazy. That's the new move Arxis was teasing. Kai
Can they
held
make
5K.
a character? Just make a character that can hold every button. That'd be interesting. Oh, what a punish. Scambolini gonna get the kill. It felt like, no, I'm not gonna lie, despite the fact that Scambolini worked very hard in that final moment, that felt like that was Kensei's game, if I'm honest. That was some absurd neutral plays that we saw multiple times in a row.
Tries to go for the empty low, but the gap gives an opportunity for Kensei to go for the DP, and now after the reverse, trapped in the corner right now, Scambolini
Reverse.
trying to find a way out, goes for the jump, not gonna work, close slash tap 5D, builds the RC, so we're gonna find that full conversion. Scambolini builds a bar of their own, but is it too little too late? The HP is low.
Boy, oh my god, what 2P anti-air even checks the scum dipper with the 5K, went to do it again,
5K is
and the
crazy.
activeness. Yeah, Jesus Christ, what a normal, by the way, right? It's certainly doing the work for Kensei, up 1-0, and the deciding factor so far has just been how Kensei's playing counter-neutral right now, kind of chilling, waiting, and poking back. You know, patient, I would say, patient.
Fantastic spacing with the far slash there. Finds it with the throw. Tries to go for it again, but this time it's going to be the fuzzy backdash that comes out on top. Right back at you. And
Right back at ya.
That was really nice. What a call out there. Goes for that 5K, which is plus on whiff as a frame kill. And yeah, just a fantastic
That's
read there by
economy.
Scambolini.
Boy. Whoa. Watch out, Raggy.
Yeah. we got there. H fireball. ID back to avoid it. Still respecting. Tries to challenge up with the far slash. Goes to the neutral hop over. But Scambolini controlling the neutral very, very well right now. Picks a perfect timing to go for the food tray arc. And Kensei doesn't want to hold on to that damage. Gives up that burst. What a DP.
Oi. Oh, what happened? Clean,
That DP
clean.
was your only option to stop that approach there. I mean, that was basically a checkmate situation. You had to commit to something invincible, something high committal. Pays off there. But now Scambolini finds that hit. Not gonna be able to kill here, but just needs one more. Goes to the food truck. YRC Kensei still alive in the round.
Assault.
Goes to low, jump, double jump,
Oh.
stalls in the air, lands the JS, and that is the round. Scambolini ties it up 1-2-1.
Looking like an absolute threat on the Kaikisuke. And the funny thing is, neither of these players have a sub character, right? So if you're going to be playing this set, this is going to be Kai throughout. They can't even go like, yeah, I'll play this, I'll play that. This is hard committal Kai mirror.
I don't believe a world where someone picks Kai and then never has a secondary. I promise you these players have at least 2 backups that they're probably fine at, but they don't play them a lot, you know? Kai's the one character where there's no shot you pick Kai and you're done. You're like, I found my guy. I don't believe it.
It's like the Potemkin mains that tried their best to play someone else during Season 2 and it just didn't work out.
So you tell me a
You remember
Potemkin
that?
player picks up Potemkin and then never even tries someone else, I'd believe you. But Kai? They're not married to that character. They're married to the big buttons.
They are. Me likey big button, to be fair. Like, if you're Kai main, I get it. That's actually pretty nice. Solid damage dealt. Kensei playing patient. What a backdash, but nothing to send back. Both of them going back and forward. In terms of the pokage, oh, clean 6p. And that is 2 bars of a meter to work with for Kensei. This could actually be very nice.
Really nice combo there. 5H from downtown, able to break the wall there. 2 bars here for the Subway Slammer. Tries to go for the shimmy into the aggression, has to go for that burst, has that 2 bar still, but they're not going to matter if you keep getting opened up. Scambolini uses the bar. We're back through the wall. Subway Slammer has one more opportunity in game number 3.
I didn't laugh at Subway Slammer joke. Oh, the big throw. We could potentially see a double dragon install, but
that was ridiculous.
Christ.
That was ridiculous. Fantastic meter usage. And even better reaction time. Scambolini goes up 2-2-1.
Yeah, but to find out who will break away, Scambolini could win it. Could be the end. Or Kensei can bring it back and deny what happened in history. But who knows? Projectiles going about. Both of them try to play a cool game. What a jump in from Kensei, and just like that's allowed them to steal the momentum.
That was crazy. Knowing that works from that far away really paid off there. Backs off, tries to get aggressive there with the stun dipper. Not going to work out. Dash in, throw. Kensei takes the round. Kensei with their tournament life on the line has to win this game to force the game number 5 or they are eliminated. Scambolini finds the early wall break.
Yeah, I think the Kensei fans are definitely not going to be backing down. Just be like, yeah, no, he is absolutely, without a doubt, going to win this. But I don't know, man. Scambolini, oh, Jesus Christ, certainly looking like a threat, burst off the table. Health is low. Kensei does have the bar to work with. Gonna use it for, not using it yet. Clean 6p, gets in. RC,
Okay.
I hate that glitch, bro.
I think Kai just went for a 360 no-scope, and fortunately, Kensei doesn't get rolled for that. Somehow, it all works out. Mostly because they reacted with that PRC there. Finds it with a low. Should have a combo here, and I don't believe it's going to kill, especially with that drop. So unfortunate, able to block. Rid of the top 5D as well. Close slash getting FD'd away.
One more.
Double jump. Stalls. 6 be able to block in time. Sending out the projectiles. You're going to have to respect this one. Holding the space down. Flips in. Fujiwara. Perfect timing. Not dead yet. What a jump. With the far slash. Catch the landing. And Scambolini is on set point.
I could knock out big man Kensei right here, and that'd be such a shame to see. But Scambolini wants that run back with QueenKoa, and this is certainly the way to start. So much damage dealt. And just like that, a large health lead has been set, and with the meter certainly able to continue the pressure, it's pushing down. Kensei needs to wonder if it's worth threatening a DP.
That burst. That burst. There it is. Finally built. Now this is your last leg. The last opportunity to stay alive in the tournament. Kensei gonna have to play perfectly from here. Blocks and punishes. Finds a knockdown, chasing with a close slash, but Scambolini gambles it on a DP. It pays off! Close slash for the punish. Takes the round, takes the game, takes the set. Scambolini will move on to grand finals.
Heading into grand finals, would you believe it? We're on the final set of tonight. And that's going to be QueenKoa versus Scambolini. Scambolini, after winning the run back against Kensei, they want the run back versus QueenKoa. Called this the revenge bracket, if you will, for Scambolini.
QueenKoa had the opportunity for the offense, but Scambolini too clean on the defense. Goes to the low, stays in with the RC. Staggering the 6Ks, this is going to provide plus frames. Gets pushed away by the FD, and finally, Abba finds a way to RPS out, but no, goes for the double jump, doesn't want to commit, and so they're still trapped into the corner. Scambolini continues to, continue the offense, and now we're going to see that risk gauge is fully built, but it's not going to matter because Abba picks the perfect time to strike, and it will pay off. Drops the combo, but trapped in the corner, perfectly spaced out on the DP, punished, and QueenKoa strikes first.
Jeez, that is a way to start. You know, Scambolini would be coming into this feeling extremely confident after the matches he's played. So this is a pretty solid check to tell them, yeah, you're still fighting Abba, still a tricky character fight. You gotta be ready to stop the jealousy, and it's actually quite nasty. Staggering, gets the throw. Could potentially go for another throw scenario. Goes for JS, gets the hit and the confirm into the H Vapor Thrust. Just that, one more hit is all it's needed, but you're back to neutral.
What a call out, but unfortunately no punish on the whiff. DP tries to go for the arrow throw. That's not going to work either. QueenKoa has a very small life to live on here. Very low HP. Backs off, able to block this super. Should be able to get a punish as well, and I don't think Honest Power wants to commit this burst just yet. Wait, now you have to consider it though, because now you were holding on to a ton of damage, and the super is here to boot. It's not going to be enough to kill, but now it is anybody's game. Is it a reversal or is it not? Jumps in. 2K staggers, FD'd away, throws out that 5H, and fortunately for Scambolini, they are able to keep the round without giving up that burst.
That's kind of a brutal scenario we put in for sure, where you have to give up the burst, but on the positive, you win the round, you're still in it. And, you know, you're looking actually pretty confident. You put QueenKoa in the same scenario where it's like, do you give up the burst now? And quite the dangerous offensive sequence, and that's a good cash out, sends you through the wall. And again, you're such low health considering when to pop burst.
Yeah, well, without a round going after this, I mean, it is a use it or lose it kind of situation. How are you going to use the burst at this point? It might actually just be a wild assault angle. We're going to dash in with the overhead, backs off, perfect spacing, knockdown, RC extension. The Abba damage is just ridiculous on the mid-screen to corner combo, enter the super, positive bonus secured. Kensei has another burst opportunity for the round. And there it is.
Jeez.
And you're dead. QueenKoa takes game number 1. You know, I just realized, and I don't want to jinx it, but we have not had a single desync with rematch on the whole day.
Yeah, oddly enough, it's been working for once. I mean, I had a slight issue, but we just sped right back up.
I'm not being weird. I said that, and now we have a waiting for opponent, and I really
they're choosing if they want a rematch right now. That's all it is.
Okay. No, that's respectable.
They're just waiting. They're
okay. Yeah, we're still locked in. I love
we're
that.
locked in.
The game works. We love it. Projectile avoided, jumps over, but Kai gonna catch you on the landing there, dashing forward the throw on a one-horse open sleigh.
I was doing the beat for you. Oh god.
RC forward, 6K to be challenged, knockdown, RC to get. Dude, it's so cool. The fast RC combos are always cool with Abba. They're so visceral. They're so nice.
Oh, they're extremely. Like, not only are they extremely cool, they're super optimal as well. Like, you're managing meter to an extreme degree, where you can almost use 150 of it if you've got a whole 2 meter to work with. So it just makes sense to get good with quick RC. It just levels up your gameplay to the next step. Boy.
Chase there. And right now, Scambolini is suffocating under the pressure, trapped in the corner. Throws out the projectile, avoids the 6B, playing that perfect spacing. And now this is going to be a much more difficult round here for QueenKoa, who currently has 0 meter for the jealousy.
The staggers are on, and look at the risk. A problem we saw in the winner's final set.
Oh, wow. The RC found the opportunity to mash the 2P, outspace, re-engages with the quick speed for the punish from the far slash crossout. Same side of the double jump there. Drops the combo.
2 bars.
Able to recover in time. Just goes for the super! Into the wall. Is it enough? It's not, but this is a great position for QueenKoa. What a play there, going for the raw super. Including on that is obviously...
That's clever as well.
That was very
That's
nice.
clever as well. Raided the swoop, we'll call it that. Oi. Pressure. Staggering away, backs up, went for the curb stop into the RC, beats the burst somehow. I didn't think you could at that point because of how you're in the air for that decent amount of time, but geez Louise, baits the burst, gets the kill. QueenKoa, one more match away from just taking this baccpaBrawl. A complete and utter champion right now.
Reminder, if you haven't already gone over the match arena, out of the prize pool for free. Support the players, the winners of the tournament. Just wanted to get one shot out of there before we potentially wrap up the tournament. Obviously, QueenKoa is on tournament point here, but Scambolini with a valiant effort, making this very difficult as possible. PRC forward, 2P avoided far slash perfectly spaced, and that is Scambolini's round, who is definitely still alive in this set.
Makes you curious if this is the beginning of Scambolini's comeback. Do keep in mind, it is grand final, so that means Scambolini not only has to win this set, but the set afterwards. And the fact that you're already down 2 games,
whoa,
sets into fear.
What? Nah, that was so jank.
That was
Abba with 2 different interactions that just cleared, and you know, that is just fantastic knowledge. Fantastic understanding of the risk reward in the matchup and the use of the tools. And now we are, once again, tournament point. Needs 1 round to shut it down. What an anti-air. Even as the side swap combo. Counter the back of the corner, Scambolini. You're going to have to play perfectly. Dash in, throw. OTG. This is safe. Holds the fuzzies. Backs off.
God damn.
Trying to call all of this out, but Scambolini with the excellent defense. Not ready for the backdash into the 2K, though. Forced out of the jealousy.
good parry.
Yep, build some meter back.
Walks away. Whew. What a throw. This is actually quite nice for Scambolini to make the comeback now. As they have the bar, they have the pressure, but it's all about bait and burst and that other bar that QueenKoa is sitting on. So nothing is guaranteed, nothing is easy. Burst is sent out, the jealousy so small. Ain't gonna matter here, as I believe Scambolini will be taking. No, I was wrong. Don't listen to me, I can't call a kill.
It's not your night, but you know what? It might be QueenKoa's. Has a chance to close out the tournament right here, right now, but Scambolini picks the perfect opportunity to dash in and throw the landing. So Scambolini will stay alive for at least one more game.
Scambolini certainly feeling the pressure, right? You know, you look at the winner's final set, you gotta keep in mind this is kind of repeating history a little bit. Scambolini started to make a comeback. They brought it back to game 5, but QueenKoa was the one who still took the win. So if Scambolini wants to beat history, has to just play so on point to that point where QueenKoa cannot get the momentum started, and they're certainly doing a good job. Oh, but the jealousy, look at it. Look at it.
Optimal, fitting in all of these parries to build the meter, especially with Kai kind of consistently throwing at these projectiles. They are free parries, free meter for ABBA. Trapped in the corner right now, ABBA IDs perfectly, and it's actually a cross-up. Just so difficult to deal with. 5K, 6K, pick up, wall break, bar versus bar, but a big advantage here for ABBA health-wise, and obviously the burst advantage as well.
Oh no! Wait, the pressure, jealousy's out into the throw, time for pressure central. 6K, 2H, getting into it, staggering away with these normals and projectiles, fireballs to boot, but the burst to send you back.
No. Bar versus bar, all you have meter. ABBA's gonna make this so difficult. There it is, RC into the high-low. This time, the overhead connects, and QueenKoa once again is on tournament point. Neither player has burst right now, but Scambolini certainly closer. We're going to see who's able to get their win condition going first. Who will be trapped in the corner, or will ABBA make it into the install right now? There we go. Able to take a lot of space. Scambolini doing a great job at keeping the risk as pressure as well. And we are going to have a cash out. A ton of damage right there. Potentially down with the super. Yep, there it is. Forces the lightning state. Hard knockdown. Tough position for ABBA. Invincible PRC into the overhead and gets into the install. Speaking of win conditions, here we are. Abba dashing hard, calls out the reversal. Can he do it again? Finds them with a low, wins the 50-50 twice in a row. Great position for Abba. 2 bars here for Kyle, as well as Burst. How will Scambolini use these tools to stay alive in the set? Just goes for the raw super. Avoided. Caught.
Oh, no.
RC forward. Goes for the hard burst bait. Not going to fall forward. Scambolini holds onto it. No. What a read. Finds it perfectly. And QueenKoa deservedly takes this set 3-1. Has been dominating all day with the ABBA. QueenKoa is your baccpaBrawl 165. 156 champ.
Jesus Christ, back.